How do I start this thing?
Have you plugged the bloody USB in?
Yeah, it's in.
Nah, man, that's the wrong port. Oh, wait, it's flashing now.
Is it it's recording.
Well, let's start this thing, fool!
Hello everyone, I'm Amelia.
Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome to Ask the Duo podcast, a podcast where we get deep into those late night, unfiltered conversations.
We'll be discussing all things lifestyle, relationship, mindset, and more.
Alright, let's get to it!
And we're back. Back to from way back. Wait, no, it's Mac from way back. Never mind.
What? What's Mac from way back?
I don't know, but it's actually a really good burger place. You should try it. It's got some smash patties and it's like dirty but good. But anyways.
Nice.
So, do you dream often?
Yes, I do actually.
Cool.
Yeah. You've never had a moment where you dreamt of something that was real fucked up?
Yeah, you cheating on me?
Well, besides that, like a abnormal...
Yeah, you cheating on me.
Outside of that...
That's it?
Is that all you dream of?
Yeah, you cheating on me.
You freaking weirdo.
Why am I weirdo? You're the one that's cheating on me. Alright, so for those people that are listening, when you dream of your partner cheating on you, do you wake up angry or annoyed? Because I sure do. And I actually feel it. Like, I feel heartbroken when I'm awake.
I think it's pretty normal, right?
Yeah.
I've heard, like, some of my friends, their partners would have a dream of their partner cheating on them, and they wake up absolutely pissed off. And I hear stories that they bash their boyfriends. Well, not bash, but they just, furious.
That's a bit violent there.
But it's pretty funny, though. Like, if you think about it. Just imagine waking up and then you're like, you motherfucker, you cheated on me, you fuck.
Yeah, well, I've done that to you. Well, I didn't swear like that. I'm just like, you just cheated on me.
Yeah, and I'm like dead fucking, tired.
Actually dead asleep.
Yeah, and I get woken up by this fucking...
Hey. Anyways, too much rambling. But when you have like a really weird dream or like a dream that stands out when you wake up, are you ever curious by it?
Of course. Always curious.
But do you ever Google it?
I think I probably have made the thought of Googling it.
You made the thought, but
Yeah, because...
You never put your finger to the keyboard and just do it. You're just like, oh, I'll Google it. Then you forget.
Yeah, I forget because by the time you get up, brush your teeth, get changed.
Yeah, with the rate that you get out of bed, I don't blame you. You're like a turtle.
Yeah, I can't be stuffed, mate.
When I'm up, I just roll out, I'm up, and my energy is like boosted to 1,000%. You're like a slow moving zen little turtle.
What the hell? No, I need time to warm up. I need to warm the oil up,
You're like a Windows 98 computer trying to boot up.
I'm not even a Windows 98. I'm on Windows 95, mate. Even like bloody before that. But I like to take my time because when I do have a dream, I do think about, what does that actually mean? Like, why do these events happen in my dream? And it's really fucked up stuff, or even just weird events that happen.
So my next question is, when you have these dreams, do you think it's your subconscious mind trying to tell you something, like an emotion or a desire or something that your conscious mind hasn't really said to you or you haven't understood yet? Or do you think it's a representation of something that's happening in your life?
Could be a combination of the two, because your subconscious mind could be telling you that this is what you potentially desire, or this is something that, if you think about it deeper, it's warning you for any future or present endeavors in your present life. If you think about it, like if you want to think about it in a real deeper point of view.
Yeah. So for me, I actually don't dream often. I used to. I don't know why I don't dream anymore. And I know that people say that when you think that you don't dream, you actually have had a dream, you just don't remember it. So I don't know why my brain hasn't really remembered any of my dreams when I wake up. Why are you laughing?
Well, I just don't think you remember in general, because as soon as you get up, you think about it, right? You get up, you get changed, brush your teeth and that sort of stuff, you'll probably forget.
Well, apparently you can actually train your brain to remember it. So if you wake up and you've had a dream, and people say that you write it in a journal, and then as you do it more and more, you actually remember your dreams a lot more.
True.
Yeah, apparently so. But the thing is, when I wake up, there's nothing to remember. I literally have not felt like I've had a dream. So the past 5-6 years or even longer, I don't think I've ever had a dream that I can remember. Maybe 1 or 2 a year, but not that often.
Yeah, that's really strange. That's an interesting method actually, to record your dreams in a diary of some sort. But for anyone to actually do that, you've got to have some pretty intense dreams.
Well, if you think about it, there's some psychologists, people who go see psychologists, they actually talk about their dreams, and the psychologists would actually dig deeper and behind the meanings of these dreams. So that's why people do things like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just from research and my understanding of dreams, they actually do say that your dreams it's a way of your subconscious mind trying to communicate with your conscious mind. And the reason why they say that is because when you dream, the common time or the period when you have a dream is when you're in your REM sleep. So that's when you're resting, the rapid eye movement stage, and that's when your brain activity is the highest.
It's when your eyes are legit
yeah, have you watched someone sleep and the eyes actually moving?
Full twitching.
It's moving left to right and
That's hectic.
So your brain activity is the highest, and it resembles to your body of when you're awake, and that's when you have that dream. And I could be wrong. I'm no psychologist or people who read into dreaming. I think that's that period after you fall asleep. I think it's after the 2 hours or the first 2 hours, I can't remember, but that's when you sleep and then you fall into that REM sleep stage.
Is REM considered the deep sleep?
I don't know.
Oh.
We'll need to find that out.
Okay.
Another thing to add to your to Google but never Google list.
Yes. Yes. But that's actually really interesting to know that when you're in that state, that's when your mind is really thinking of those sort of, I wouldn't say situations, but dreams and that sort of stuff. Yeah.
So I've always believed that dreams is your subconscious mind trying to tell you something, whether or not it's literal or not. Literally, if what we're saying, or if I said you cheating and stuff, it could not actually mean that you're cheating. Or if a dinosaur is chasing you, it's still more representing what you're feeling, a more emotional thing that it's trying to tell you, as opposed to the literal thing that you're seeing that's happening in your dream.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting when you think about the dreams that may occur, but you dissect those dreams to try to understand what the true meaning is behind that. Yeah.
But it's also hard to know because different cultures also have different ways of explaining what a dream means. But there are common dreams, such as your teeth are falling out or you're falling. I'm sure you've had those dreams where you twitch and you feel like you've fallen off a building or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so dreams you being chased or your teeth is falling out. Your teeth falling out is apparently something about change, I think it is. Change is happening.
Interesting. Oh, actually, I've heard about the teeth is falling and the falling part.
Yeah.
Where you know how when you wake up and you're like, oh shit, you're or your body jolts.
Yeah. It's a pretty scary feeling. It's you're free falling, that feeling of you free falling, and you have the butterflies that kind of fly up in your stomach, and then you wake up.
See, my experience with those kind of dreams is more me tripping.
What?
Yeah. So for an example, I think I'll be walking or something in a dream, and I would like trip, like actually trip, like a fall.
Mine's always falling off a building or something.
Yeah, I've never had that. I've always just having like me walking and I fall, and I like trip, and I'm like, oh shit, and then my body jerks, and then that's when I wake up and I'm like, oh,
interesting.
Yeah.
But would you say you've had any? Do you get repetitive dreams, or have you had like a really memorable dream or something that stood out to you recently or within your lifetime that you can remember?
I don't think I have repetitive dreams, but a common one that I have, which is really random, and I've actually spoken to my friends about this, but it's like me boning another chick, as an example.
Why are you cheating on me, even in your dreams?
But that's a really weird dream, because it's like when you're in that moment of dreaming, you're doing something else, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, it's...
No. Have you ever had these dreams? I get these if I do dream. So I don't know how to explain it. Your conscious mind in this dream, you're talking to someone or you're doing something with someone. So say, let's name this person Jessie, and you know this face is Jessie, but your subconscious mind thinks that you're talking to Rebecca or something like that. So the person that you're talking to or you want to talk to is Rebecca, but the face is Jessie. Like, have you ever had those dreams? It's so twisted. So you think you visually is talking to someone that you know who it is in real life, but in the dream it's someone else.
I don't think I've had that before, hey?
I get that a lot, and I actually Googled it. Apparently it's really common. I don't know how that happens, but yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's really, really twisted, and apparently, this is what I read when I used to Google a lot, is you only dream of people you've seen in your lifetime. You can't dream of someone you've never seen before.
That's very true, actually.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of my dreams that I've had in the past, it's always had a common occurrence where I've seen that person before, and it's always someone that I know of, or I've just walked past on the street and seen.
Yeah, like even if you just walk past, it's like you see someone pop up in your dream, you're like, oh, I don't know who that person is, but it's probably someone that you actually like walk past, or maybe you went to a cafe and you saw them for a brief second.
Yeah. It's really weird, hey? Like, even for my dreams, I think that the most random ones outside of like me boning another chick is I always have like I find that after watching like a movie or after playing a game, I have a dream similar to that event or whatever that's happened.
You immerse yourself so much in the movie or the game that you like dream of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, as an example, like I play a game that's it's called Age of Origins. For the guys who are, play games on the phone. Yeah, so I have dreams where I'm in a zombie apocalypse. And like I'm having to survive, kind of like, what's that TV show? The Walking Dead.
Actually, this actually brought back a memory. I can't remember the exact moment, but I think you were actually really into a game or a movie or something. And you were dreaming, and you were like, "Oh, pass me that knife! Oi, come quick!" And I was like, "What the hell?"
I actually said that out.
Yeah, it's happened a few times where you're like so passionate about something, and it's like related to like actions or like violence or something. I'm like, okay then.
And that's probably because it's related to a game. Like, I used to play a lot of games with my friends where we always be on like Discord, and we talk and play games at the same time. And we have one particular friend, True, who is fucking shit at playing games. So, we always yell at him. So maybe that's my subconscious mind yelling at him too.
You're still yelling at him in your dream. Yeah, it's very funny. But is that your most memorable types of dreams, or like your repetitive dreams?
Yeah, so like I said, it's either the boning a random chick. It's either a replay of a particular movie or a game that I play. Other than that, that's predominantly the most I'd say memorable, where I can actually replay it in my mind and tell you how it goes, or it happens on a common occurrence.
Yeah. So the boning another chick or someone else, or the cheating one, is actually a really common dream. And apparently from research and from what I've read before, is actually, it's not, it could be the insecurity within the person or within the relationship, but it's also could be an insecurity within yourself, like self-doubt or a past trauma, like abandonment or something like that. So apparently that's what it could indicate.
Yeah, I also had this conversation with a few friends as well, because I thought I was weird in terms of having those kind of dreams, i.e. like boning another girl.
Yeah, it's actually really common. It's like one of the top 10 dreams.
Apparently it's a common thing, and some people say that it's like from a male's perspective, it's just the subconscious mind saying like, what's that? Males have that
desire.
Like that desire to like go fuck another girl or fuck this particular chick or whatever. So
wait, so it's just your subconscious mind, like curious mind, thinking about what it's like.
What it's like if I was to do like a black chick or like a white girl or some, you know what I mean? Like
white girl. Why you turn
white girl.
American? American all of a sudden. So yeah, that's one of the most common dreams. But for me, I would say when I was a kid, I did dream a lot, but my dreams were always repetitive. And one of the ones that I always remember till this day, because it was actually really scary for me as a kid to have this dream. And it was me and my dad in this car park, and it was like a endless loop one. So it would just keep repeating itself over and over again. So I always have dreams that is like the same story, and it just loops and it just repeats, or it will just keep coming back every time I sleep. So this one was me and my dad were in a car park, and it was kind of dark and like flickering lights and stuff like that, which already makes it scary. And I can't remember the actual scene, but I think we started running, or we were already running, and then there's this really gigantic skeleton that was just chasing after us like non-stop. Like there was just no exit, no way of getting out, and no matter where you run, it's still chasing you. And that's the dream that I always had, and I had it for a good few years when I was a kid. I think I was probably like 5, like maybe like from like 5-year-old to 7-year-old.
But you don't have that anymore though, right?
No, I haven't had it in a while, but I did have it for a long time. Like it wasn't every single day. There was a period of time where I did have it every single day, but it would stop or dream of something else, and then it would come back, and it's like that dream again. And I've had a few sets of dreams that would just come and go, and I'll have the same dream, same scene, and same like period. But that was the most memorable one.
That's really strange, and maybe that is telling you something.
I think it definitely was back then, because when I was a kid, there's like definitely a lot of things I was going through, so it was probably telling me something. I don't know what it was, and I think I did try to Google it once, but I don't remember what it was trying to tell me.
Yeah, because I mean, if I had dreams that were so repetitive where it was like Groundhog Day, where you're dreaming and it's the same repetitive replay.
And sometimes I get into dreams where I know I'm in a dream and it's in a loop, and I want to wake myself up. I can't wake myself up. But I got to a point where I could actually mentally wake myself up from a dream, because I had that happen so many times.
And they say that if you can control your mental state in a dream and wake yourself up, it means that you're never resting. You're never at a point where you're letting your mind
I can
shut
see
off.
why though, because it means your subconscious mind is still awake and you have enough consciousness to wake yourself up. But yeah, I think less of that. It was more of me wanting to control that dream to the point where I can get out of that loop. Because it's actually kind of like scary in a way. Like I wasn't scared where I was like scared for my life, but I was just like concerned that it's always these loops and I just can't get out of it.
Yeah, I if it was me, I definitely would have Googled.
Yeah, that's how I got into this period of time where I always Googled my dreams. But then now I don't have dreams anymore, so I haven't really Googled in a while.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's could be a good or a bad thing, right?
Who knows? Maybe a psychologist can tell us.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. I had just thought about this. I have weird dreams where I can control the state of result in the dream.
What do you mean?
I have control of the variables. So for an example, if say I'm
So you're like in a multiplayer game, you get to choose like A, B, C, or D.
I think of it like you have cheats in a game, and you have this little menu on the side, and you go, I want more money. Oh, I'll just tick on that. Or I want more bitches. I'll tick on that. Or I want this girl. I'll tick on that, and it'll happen. Like my subconscious mind.
Press X for money. Press O for.
Like my subconscious mind, like I can just input the visuals and the events and how I want it to, like my results of what happens in that.
That's pretty cool.
So like that's a really random dream where it just feels like I have a cheat menu and I could just put whatever I want and it happens. Strange.
That's pretty cool. I don't think I can ever control my dreams. The only control is waking myself up. I think the other difference between why I don't have that much dreams anymore as compared to back then, I think as kids you explore a lot, you learn a lot, your brain's always trying to pick up and learn new things, and then now I think I'm just so busy to the point that when I get to sleep or go to sleep, I'm really dead tired and I probably go straight to like deep sleep mode. I don't know if that's true, but I'm a person who is a deep sleeper. Like if you were to try and wake me up, I probably wouldn't wake up.
Yeah, I've bloody experienced that multiple times. So there have been numerous occasions where I had to try and wake you up. And it's actually quite hard. Like you're so deep in your sleep. Even like slapping you a little bit and you just don't.
There was a time where it was a really loud thunderstorm where it thundered and the whole entire house just shook. It was like a Queenslander house. It was in my house with my mum. My mum's a really light sleeper and she obviously woke up from it. She got so scared. She thought like an explosion happened and she came and ran into my room just to see if I woke up. And I was just like dead snoring and just sleeping away. She's like, what the hell? How are you sleeping through that?
Yeah.
So that's an example of how deep my sleeps are. But yeah, I think now I don't remember my dreams or I don't dream is because I'm always doing a lot. And by the time I get to sleep, I'm already so tired that it's just straight into deep sleep.
Yeah. But there was a time where there was a storm and a massive lightning storm, like
that was very recent, like a few months ago.
Yeah, and then you actually woke up from it.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fucking loud. Like it full shook the house and everything. And we both just got up and like, holy fuck, that was loud.
Yeah, that I remember. I woke up, but I didn't have any dreams.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you ever had a dream like this one? I'm curious about because I think you have told me that you have had a dream where your body can't move, but I want to see if you think sleep paralysis is, because some people say that it's a ghost sleeping on you, that where you can't move, or you actually have sleep paralysis. I think that's what it's called, where your body just doesn't allow you to move. Or do you think it's a dream?
Look, there's probably two parts of this, right? I've actually read this up quite a fair bit. A sleep paralysis.
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 All right, we're not here to speak a different language.
Yeah, so sleep paralysis. So
you got there in the end.
Yes. So apparently that is a common occurrence where you do basically, you're having a dream and you want to wake up, but you can't wake up. Like you feel like...
I actually know someone who gets it really often. Yeah.
So, yeah. And I mean, and the other side of that is, people who believe in this stuff, they say that it is a spirit or a ghost or an entity that's basically holding you down
But the people who have told me that they get that, where they think it's a ghost, they actually feel a weight on them.
Yeah. It's
as
like
opposed to you not being able to move.
Yeah. It's like a heavy weight that's kind of like pushing down on your chest.
Like as if someone is actually lying on you.
Yeah. And I've had a few experiences where I've had that, and also experience where you just can't, like, there's no weight. It's just you can't wake up.
So do you think there's a difference between the two? Like, do you actually believe that someone was actually lying on you?
There's definitely a difference between the two. Like one where you feel like someone is basically on you, and
That's so creepy.
Your subconscious mind is you're awake and you know what is surrounding you, but you can't move, you can't say anything, you can't do anything, and it's like your mind is trying to force you to come to reality or snap to reality.
Were you scared though when that first happened to you?
No, I was more confused as why the fuck is this happening? Like, I know that I'm awake, my eyes are open and I'm looking directly in this darkness, but all I am feeling is someone like pushing you down or something like that, and you're constantly telling your mind, wake the fuck up, and like move or push this kind of way or whatever it is. You're thinking, get the fuck up, fuck up, and it's probably like in my experience, it was probably like a 30-second event.
Oh, that's not too long then.
So it's like you're basically conscious and you're looking and you're like telling yourself move, and then it's
like a commando bang in your brain. Move.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, not in that way, but
yeah, I know.
Yeah. And then there are like I've experienced other experiences where you're in a dream and something's happening where you're trying to escape that situation.
So like what I have?
Like a life or death situation, and you're like from the most memorable that I can think of is like you're falling or you're about to get shot or killed or stabbed or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're telling yourself, get up or move, and you can't. And then when it like it's just like a flick of a switch, and then you wake up and you jolt and you wake up and then you're like, oh fuck, that was a fuck dream.
Have you ever had a dream? I just thought of this, where you're falling or you're tripping or something. Have you ever had a dream that actually goes all the way through where you actually see yourself fall, or do you always wake up before you fall?
No, I always wake up before I fall.
Yeah, I was thinking that. So it never gets to the end
never
state.
Gets to the end. It's always the initial whoop, and then you're like, oh.
Nice sound effect.
Yeah.
Whoop. Interesting.
Yeah. So that's in terms of that sleep paralysis. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you view that.
Have you had it recently, or has it happened anymore?
It hasn't happened in a long time, but it has happened to me a few times in the past. So
I have another question. So you know how I was saying when I'm having a dream or I'm in a loop, and my conscious mind is trying to wake myself up from the dream, but I can't wake myself up. Does that count as sleep paralysis, or is that just me unable to wake up from my dream that I'm having?
This is probably related to your skeleton dream.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or just any.
Well, any dream where you feel like you're dreaming and you want to wake yourself up, but you can't.
I don't think that's sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because I feel like sleep paralysis is when you're actually awake, but you can't move. So you can see things that are happening around you, or your
conscious mind is awake and you can see what's actually happening in front of you.
Yeah, like your eyeballs can move, but your body can't.
But you can't. Yeah. So that's why, I mean, like for that example for you, it probably has nothing to do with it. Because I've had multiple dreams where in my dream I'm thinking wake up, but it's not like where I'm conscious and I know that this is what's happening, this is the time,
It's just I'm only curious about it because technically you are conscious because you're trying to get yourself to wake up because you know you're dreaming, but then you're not conscious enough to get yourself out of that dream.
That's true, hey.
So you're kind of in this limbo mode where you're like, you know you're dreaming but you can't get up, and then you want to get up but you can't wake yourself up.
What a strange transition.
Yeah,
when you think about it.
That's what I'm in. I wouldn't say a lot of the time, but when I dream, that's what happens a lot of the times that I dream.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments because I would like to know what others think about that too.
I'm curious about the one where you visually know that you're talking to Jesse, but your subconscious thinks that this person is Rebecca. Does anyone get that dream?
Yeah, it could be like someone's backstabbing you or something.
Nah, I think it's something else, but apparently it's common. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really weird. So like I'm talking to you, say visually right now, I'm talking to you, but I think what's another
You're talking to me as if I'm like
but like
Baza.
Yeah, but like the way that I'm talking to you, it's not me talking to you as in Sam. I'm talking to as if my friend Jacob like the way that I'm talking, I'm joking around or something, as if the way that I'm talking to a person that I know who's Jacob. So I don't know how to explain it. It's just really weird.
That's really weird, eh? Let us know in the comments, guys, what your thoughts are, because that's actually a strange one.
Well, yeah, I think that might be it for our dream talk. I just wanted to see what your views are on dreams and if you thought it was something that was your subconscious mind trying to tell you something, or your emotions that you didn't get in touch with in your conscious state and it's trying to come through your dreams, or do you think it's trying to show a desire that you want, i.e. like you want to buy a top-end handbag or something and that's showing up in your dreams.
Or you just want to bone another chick.
Yeah, no, that's not happening for you.
Let us know in the comments, guys. I'm sure you guys have had a similar experience, and I want to know because
I want to know what your weirdest dreams are. Like
let us
the
know.
most screwed up dream you've ever had. I think that's it. All right, let's get our dinner on.
Peace
Out. And
A-town.
bye.
Thank you so much. If you have reached to the end, we really appreciate you for tuning in. And if you like what you hear, please share it with your friends or family and subscribe to our podcast on whatever platform you are listening to.
Make sure you share any topics you'd like us to cover or questions you might have to our Instagram.
Slide it into our DMs.
Bigger. You can also stay in the loop of all the behind the scenes and the release of our new episodes there too. Our Instagram is Ask the Duo Podcast. That's AskTheDuo Man, feels like I'm in a spelling bee competition right now. Alright, that's it for now, and we'll see you back here for our next episode. Bye!
See ya!